What's up, Slayers? This is Terry Jordan Adams of Sued by the Debt Collector. Well, in today's episode, there was a couple of things that I was going to do. I have a couple episodes that I was going to release, but it was just put on my heart to just kind of just talk to you and just kind of love on you guys a little bit today and maybe just encourage you. Um, I was thinking, gosh, sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need to take care of yourself. And I just wanted to give a few words of encouragement and let you know that people care for you. We care for you. We love you. We want you to succeed. We want you to progress. And so, what briefly, I'm just going to talk to you today. And one of the things I'm going to talk to you about is just how to take baby steps. Let me tell you a little story today. If you've watched the news lately, Taylor Swift, her tour has is winding up or has wound up. Well, it's not quite done yet, so it's winding up. And what she did is she gifted every single person that has worked with her on this American tour $100,000 bonus. Oh my God. Isn't that insane? $100,000 bonus for them wanting to be a part of her vision. So, check this out. I got a phone call today, and my cousin, who has been on this tour, he helps with set production and stuff like that. He's done Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Paul McCartney, Jill Scott. He's done a host of celebrities. And so he calls me today and he says, "Cuz, guess what?" And he said that he went into the office. They called him into the office, and then they handed him an envelope. And so he opened up the envelope and he looked at it, and there was a note, a handwritten note that said, "Thank you for all that you have done in this tour, on this American tour." And then there was a check, and the check was for $100,000. He said, I almost cried. He's like, I was so humbled. I was so like, oh my God. And he was so grateful. And he said, you know what? No one better ever say anything about Taylor Swift because I might have to slap him. He was kidding, but he's a huge Taylor Swift fan for obvious reasons. But then he began to talk about how he, had to buy another vehicle, bought it from another family member of ours, and, had to spend a couple grand for that. And his baby daughter, you know, she's been wanting a pool. They live in Florida. And so, he tours all over the world, in fact. And he was saving for a pool, a little bit. But every time he said, I would save for the pool, something else would come up, and so it would dip into that fund. And so he was just trying to get to that simple result. And so he was taking baby steps so that he could just buy his daughter a pool. And I tell you, his baby steps were honored. God honored his baby steps. He was putting away, a little bit at a time. And look, bam, $100,000. So now he can get the pool for his daughter. Then he took care of, the cost of the truck. And so it was literally life changing. Okay. And so what I wanted to tell you is, I know that your circumstances are hard, and I know that you're going through things and it feels bad. And, people look at you in a certain way, but know that you're not forgotten. You are not forgotten, and you're valuable. You're not worthless. And, you are valuable, but you do need to take just baby steps. Take, simple steps every day. Do something towards improving your situation, because I promise you, one day you're going to wake up and suddenly your whole situation is changed and it's gotten better. And, you can hold your head up high, but you should be holding your head up high anyway now. because your circumstances doesn't determine who your character is. Don't believe that for a minute. Okay. I had a conversation with my mom, and just to give you an idea of um, other people's perception and how sometimes their perception is not even on point. My mom, she knows that Sued by the Debt Collector is what I do. And she says, I just don't understand why people don't just pay their bills and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, Mom, I said, let me explain this to you. And so what I began to tell her is a lot of people have that perception, and their perception does not make it true. And so what I did is I used my own circumstances because she was close to the situation, and she could see and she could identify with what I was saying. And so I explained to her that, people go through things in life. Things happen, you know, being in a car accident. She saw my brain injury, the effects of the brain injury. She saw the anxiety. She saw my meltdown. She saw where I had memory loss. She saw where I was ill. I was tipping over. I couldn't see straight. She saw all of those things. And so I had to explain to her, and I reminded her, and I walked her through my experience because she partly lived it. She saw. And I said, it's not because I chose to be irresponsible, but it's because life happened to me. I said, just like other people, life happens. And it doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't mean they were shirking their responsibilities. It just means that they needed to recover from whatever devastation that they had been in. Whatever the devastation is. Could have been COVID. It could have been anything. It doesn't make them bad people. So after I explained this to her, she got it. So what I say to you is, don't take what other people say about you as your gospel. Sometimes they just need a little bit of understanding. But it does start with you, because you have to make sure that you value yourself. Okay? Please value yourself. It starts there. All right. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit, and I just wanted to love on you a little bit. I know that you're valuable. I know that you're worth redeeming, and I know that if you just take baby steps, you can change your situation. Okay? This is Terry Jordan Adams of Sued by the Debt Collector, suedbythedebtcollector.com. Make sure you visit us at suedbythedebtcollector.com. If you have been sued by the debt collector and you need help, you don't know where to begin, please see suedbythedebtcollector.com. We are an excellent source where an attorney may not be in your budget. We got you. Okay. Make sure you text us consult to 877-505-0618. We love to give you a case evaluation, do a consultation with you, and help you with a strategy so that we can help you to avoid a default judgment. Okay? All right. If you have any questions or concerns, drop me a comment. Okay? It's been a pleasure as always, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.